Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. So today I'll be doing another upcoming releases video. I'm really excited. There's so many decks coming up. Like, oh my god. I have like 80 something decks to go through that are going to be coming out between April, so now, and until December. So I'm super excited to go through them all because there's some great decks that I'm excited about. And then some other decks that I'm not really too excited about, but maybe other people will be interested in them. So I'm going to mention them just the same. So we're going to start off. This video will be in two parts. Since I have so many decks to go through, I thought it would be more efficient to split this up, or else it's going to be so long. We're going to be sitting here forever, and I really don't want that. So this will be part one. It'll be from April to July. And part two, which will be linked in the cards, will be from August to December. So let's get into it. I'm so excited because there's some great things coming and I'm just so ecstatic. So I'm going to be going through April first. Obviously, when you're watching this, it is currently April. So some of these decks might be out already. If you're interested, go pick them up. So the first deck that I'm going to talk about, I have like my laptop here, so I'm going to be like staring down sometimes to look at like photos and stuff, and you'll be able to see photos on the side. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Druid Wisdom Oracle. This is by Andreas and Garcia. It's a Rockpool publication, and it is coming out April 1st. Now, as you're watching this, April 1st has already passed, so it should be available and to purchase. And I do like this deck. It's one of those little mini decks from Rockpool. Very cute. The imagery is very photography. So it's photography instead of like art, for example, like drawn art. But it has some really nice photography. Like the images are really nice. Now, I'm not really into like Celtic or like Druidism or, you know, those kind of like Druidic type of Celtic practices. Like I'm not really into those types of practices. So it's not something I would pick up, but if this is something that interests you, honestly, I would definitely say to pick it up. Like in Canada, it retails for $17.95, so I'm sure it's like even cheaper in the US. So yeah, it's also cheaper in the UK, definitely 100%. But yeah, they seem really cute. They show a few of the backs, and the backs has like, you know, the name of the card, and then it has a little message. So very simple, very cute, something to add to the tarot if you do tarot. There's 40 cards, which is nice. I love Oracle decks that have 40 or more cards. Very worthwhile. And it's definitely on the cheaper side. The next deck that I'm going to talk about, I actually talked about already in my last upcoming releases, which I put up in January. So if you hadn't seen that, you can definitely check it out if you'd like. I will be talking about some of those decks that I mentioned from April until December. I will be talking about them here, so you don't need to go rewatch that. But if you want to, go for it. I talked about some decks that have already come out if you want to go watch it. So the next one is the Oracle of Roses. This is by Cheryline Darcy. This is, again, another Rockpool publication coming out April 5th. And it's a 44 card deck. It's all about roses. 144 page guidebook, which is really good. I love the guidebooks from Rockpool. They have some great stuff, honestly. And this looks really cute. Honestly, I kind of want to pick this up. I think it would go well with my Rose Oracle that I got from Rebecca Campbell. That came out last month in March. And, well, technically we're still in March while I'm doing this. So technically it came out in the beginning of this month, but when you're watching this, it's already April. So yeah. And it's really nice. They have like a rose on the card, and then each card has the type of rose it is, since there's like suits for this specific deck. So each there's like each suit, and then it'll name the suit on the card itself. For example, this is one of the wild roses that I'm looking at currently, which you'll see a photo of on the side, and it says the Democrat and then Carolina rose. So it tells you what it is plus the type of rose that it is. And the guidebook seems to have a lot of information. You know, it has oracle meaning, it has ethnobotanical archetype exploration, which is interesting. We have some botanical notes, and we have some plant energies. So like meanings and uses, some deities associated with that particular rose, and then an astrological sign. So I find that really interesting because then you can bring like astrology into it. And if you have specific deities that you worship or work with, there's a rose associated with specific deities. So you can definitely get that energy as well with these particular cards, which I find really interesting. So what are the suits? The suits are the wild rose, the old garden roses, and the modern garden roses. So those are the three suits that they're split into, which I find really interesting. And it is gilded. From what I know, or what I've seen, I think from people who have already received this is out, I believe in Australia. It's already out. I know that. I think it's out already in the UK, but I'm not sure. In North America, it comes out on April 5th. And from what I've seen, the gilding is red, or like a pinkish red or something, which is really nice because the backs are like a blue, I believe. So some nice color matching or some color popping or whatever. Really cute. I definitely like that. The next deck that I'm going to be talking about is the Woodland Wardens. This is by Jessica Rue. This is published by Andrews McNeil Publishing. Now, I'm really, honestly, this comes out April 5th, but I already have it, surprisingly enough. I actually saw it in stock in my bookstore and picked it up. I was like, I thought this was coming out April 5th. Like, what's going on? But yes, on Amazon, it's not out. So you can definitely pre-order it, I think. Well, it should be out now, but it wasn't out at the time. As I'm filming, it's not out. So yeah, I'm like super excited because this is actually a really nice deck. I haven't worked with it yet, so I'm not sure how it works. I just like looked through the pictures and did like my unboxing and stuff. So as you can see with the cover, very nice, love it. Very foresty creatures. So yeah, the guidebook seems good. Has some really good information. So it gives you like a black and white photo of the card. Tells you like a keyword on the top, as you can see here, and then it gives you like the card itself and like meaning in terms of like the animal that was chosen and the herb or plant or whatever that was chosen with it. And then it gives you like an upright meaning, a reverse meaning, and then some journaling questions, which is great. Honestly, I really love journaling questions. I find them really fun. You can like pull a card and then you can have like something to journal with, which is amazing if you journal with your oracle cards. So yeah, it's really good. I like the structure. I'm really excited to use this more. So yeah, I can't wait. Honestly, I'm really excited. And then the next deck that's also coming out April 5th is the Mystical Journey Oracle. This is by Tennessee Carpentier, I believe is how you pronounce her surname. Maybe it's Charpentier, or I'm not. Honestly, I want to pronounce it in French. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. But this is another Rockbull publication. Honestly, they're cranking it out. Rockbull, I love it. And now this one I really want. It's 36 cards though, which... Me with Oracle decks, I love Oracle decks that have more cards, that have it has to be 40 the minimum or more. I find when you do 36, like, it's so limiting, you know, but I really do want this deck. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The artwork is amazing. There's not that many pictures on Amazon, unfortunately, but from what I can see and that you can see on the screen, I'm in love with the artwork of this deck. I really, really do want it. I am in love. The artwork is amazing. It says here, It's about like the unconscious, subconscious, and conscious mind. It's about healing and embracing your path and stuff like that. So I do really like the concept. It comes out April 5th. I'm excited and I can't wait for this deck. This is one that I definitely want to pick up and bring into my collection. Yeah, this one and the Oracle of the Roses, I think definitely I will be bringing that into my collection. And then the next one that I'm going to talk about is the Seasons of the Witch. It's the Beltane Oracle. Absolutely love this. This is by Lorraine Anderson, Juliette Diaz, Giada Rose, another Rockpool publication. This is coming out April 11th. This was pushed back. So it was originally supposed to come out in March, was pushed back to April 5th, then got pushed again until April 11th. I did pre-order this, so this will be definitely coming into my collection 100%. I can't wait to get this. And I just love that series very much, so I'll be buying all of them. I'll be buying all of them. The next deck that I want to talk about is the Daily Rituals Oracle. This is by Jackie Morgan and Constanza Jopinger. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the surname. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I mean, pronunciation, not great. Rockpool Publishing, again, with this one. This is also coming out April 11th. I did talk about this in the upcoming releases before, in January. Very simple deck. Really, you just have someone in the middle with the name of the card and then, you know, a key phrase. I do really love this. The phrases are nice. This is like a very live, light, love type of deck. So if you're looking for one of those affirmation type of decks, definitely check out this one if you're interested in the, you know, the type of art style that it is. I definitely like it. Definitely has some interesting, the keywords are nice, trust and meditation and goddess and balance. Very lovely. I do like it. It's a 36 card deck again, and it's an 88 page guidebook. So yeah, it's about bringing intention and ritual into your daily life. Yeah, I do like this. Maybe eventually I'll bring this into my collection, but it's not one of the top ones that, you know, I want to bring in now. Something that will be eventually, for myself anyway. Then the next deck that I'll be talking about is the Lakshmi Blessings Oracle. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I'm not very familiar with Hindu deities, so sometimes my pronunciation is not that great. And this is by Elizabeth Jensen and Vanadam S is the illustrator. This is another Rockpool Publishing deck. As I said, they're like cranking them out. Like, wow. I love it though. It's great. They're one of my favorite. Them and Liminal 11 are like my favorites. And then I love Llewellyn. And then US Games. US Games has some great decks, but very hard to get in Canada, which is a whole other conversation. So yeah, this is not something I would get for myself. Doesn't really interest me. But if you are Hindu or like to work with deities from the Hindu practices, this is a deck for you, I guess. If you're interested in such things, you know, check it out. It's a 36 card deck, 128 page guidebook. Guidebooks are always great, I think, in my opinion. Rockpool guidebooks specifically, they're always great. So yeah, and the artist is specifically an Indian Hindu temple artist, so that's really cool. I love that they give opportunities to, you know, other cultures and, you know, artists from everywhere, from like all over the world, really, to do decks and stuff. I think that's great. So yes, this is the Goddess of Abundance and Good Fortune. Nice, that's interesting. I didn't know who this was, honestly. I'm not very familiar with deities other than the main Greek and Roman deities. I know a few of Egyptian deities, but not all of them. So I think that's amazing. That's really cool. So yeah, if you're interested in this, April 11th, you can pick it up. The next 3 decks that I'm going to be talking about are like those like gimmicky type of like decks that you would pick up in like one of those like souvenir shops, just like for shits and giggles type of thing. They're by Chronicle Books. They're called the Trust the Triangle Fortune. Or fortune telling deck. Sorry, Trust the Triangle fortune telling deck. So they're like fortune telling type of decks. And I thought they were really funny. It's literally a box shaped as a triangle, as you can see. And there's the Yes, No, Maybe, the Magic Mentor, and the Pocket Gal Pal. These are by Chronicle Books. Their author is Chronicle Books, apparently, according to Amazon. So I don't think there's anyone else. There's no pictures of the cards, just the box, and then some like promo, like to get you interested, I guess, where it says better than a magic 8-ball. Combine the fun of personality quizzes with the power of fortune telling. Like, it's really gimmicky. Navigate life's unexpected twists and turns with advice from the fates. I love it. I find it so funny. Very cheap, honestly. 16.50 Canadian per deck. That's like pretty good in my opinion. It's probably even cheaper in the US and in the UK. So if you're interested in decks like this, check them out. I find them funny. And yeah, I am interested in the Yes, No, Maybe, but I'd like to actually see what the cards look like before actually spending $16.50. The other two don't really interest me, but yeah, really funny nonetheless. So those are all oracles. So far, we haven't talked about tarot whatsoever, but our next one is tarot. So yes. Now, next one is the queer tarot. I did talk about this in my previous upcoming releases video. This is by Ashley Molesso and Chess Needham. This is published by RP Studio. I do have some decks by them, and their quality is good. Now, previously, there was no images. Now there are images, and I have to say I'm so disappointed, honestly. So yeah, here are the images, and I don't like it. It's not a deck I'm going to pick up. The art style is just not for me. And I was hoping that, oh man, I had high hopes. Honestly, I had very high hopes. I've been looking for a nice queer tarot. There's a lot on the market. Well, there's not too many, but there's a few on the market. And I don't like them. I just don't. I don't like them. They're not my style of art. And this one's another one. But if this is something you like, definitely check it out. You know, if you're into this kind of art style, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are, and will probably pick it up to use and whatnot, which is great. But it's not for me, so I'm not going to pick it up. It costs $35 in Canada, which is pretty decent for a deck like this. It'll be one of those where it comes in a large box, has a book, and then the cards come in another box inside the box. So it's going to be like a gift set type of deck, which is pretty nice. You know, for $35, I think that's really reasonable. The next deck is the Energy and Spirit Oracle. This is by Sandra Ann Taylor and Sherry Polk. This is published by Hay House. And this is not one that I will be picking up personally. Honestly, the people's faces kind of creep me out. It's just too photo... It just seems really too photography-like, with then digital manipulation. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, I'm just like, I'm looking at some of these faces, and I'm just like, no, thank you. Not for me. Not for me. I have to say that is not for me. But if you like this style of artwork, fantastic. Look, a deck for you. In Canada, it retails for $29.69. It'll be releasing on April 26th. So at the end of this month. So yeah, you can definitely check this out. Not one that I personally will be investing in. The next one is called the Soul Helper Oracle. It is by Christine Ariane Fader and Alina Dunina, and it's by Earth Dancer Books, which I've never heard of. I found this deck randomly just scrolling through Amazon. It's coming out April 19th. So, yeah. They do have some pictures. I will put them up. I'm not sure about the borders, to be honest. The borders kind of just, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, yes to borders. I really like borders. And other times I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like borders. So I don't know. It's a nice art style. The art style is really nice. I do have to say. I do like the art style. I'm just not sure about the borders. So I think for me, I would need to watch an unboxing for this to see if it's something that personally would vibe with. The art is what really gets me excited to use a deck. So if I don't like the art, I will never pick it up. So I would need to see the artwork to see like more up, like personal, how the cards are made to really say, I'm going to enjoy this, so I will pick it up. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So the next deck that I'm going to talk about is the Sock Monkey Oracle. Oh my god. This is a weird one, guys. It's a weird one. I found this randomly while browsing through Amazon. Very odd. It is by Shannon Grissom, published by Beyond Words. Again, never heard of this publisher. It's an oracle. Comes out April 19th. Oh my god, so weird. I'm kind of scared, honestly. I'm kind of scared of it, I have to say. So this is some of the artwork. I just don't know. I just don't know. If you like sock puppets, then this is for you, I guess. I personally do not, but I wanted to mention it because it was the funniest thing I found, honestly. I was like, well, what is this? But I guess there's a market for it. I don't know. Might be good for kids, if kids like these kind of things, but then again, sometimes kids get scared of this kind of stuff. So I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely a funny one. Not something I've seen before. If this person makes a tarot to go with it, I'm going to have a good laugh, I have to say. I'm going to have a good laugh. Oh my god. The next deck that's coming out in April is the Earth Alchemy Oracle. So this is by Katie Jane Wright and Nikki Strange. This is published by Watkins Publishing. April 26th is when it's releasing. This is one that I do want to add to my collection. Oh, actually, it got pushed back. Sorry, it got pushed back to May 3rd. Damn, okay. I wasn't expecting that. But this is one that I definitely wanted to pick up. I have their animal deck that they did together, and I love the art style that Nikki Strange has. She has a very interesting watercolor type of art style, and I just really love it. So that's one that I definitely want to pick up. I guess it's been pushed back now to May, so you can expect it in the beginning of May if you end up pre-ordering it or waiting for it to come out. The next deck is the Alice in Wonderland Tarot. This is by Minerva Siegel and Lisa Vanini. This is published by Insight Editions. It's set to release April 26th. Still hasn't changed. This deck has been pushed back I don't even know how many times. I believe you can get it, or I have heard you can get it from Barnes & Nobles. They have like a limited edition Barnes & Nobles exclusive. I'm not sure if that's still available or what. Barnes & Nobles doesn't exist in Canada, so I don't know. But if you wanted to check it out at Barnes & Nobles, go for it and see if it's available. I'm sure everyone has seen images of this before. You know, it's the Disney Alice deck. This is one I have definitely wanted to add to my collection. I wouldn't say that I'm like a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland, but I did grow up with Alice in Wonderland. And I do love the art style of this particular deck. It's very beautiful, and I do love it. I will let you know it'll probably... No, it is. It's mixed pip and illustrated, because a friend of mine has the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, limited edition or whatever. So I do know that it is mixed in the minors, just like the Nightmare Before Christmas and the Disney Villains deck. So, yeah, If this is something you're interested in, definitely check it out. So next we get into May decks. So the first deck that I will be talking about when it comes to May is the Finding Inner Peace Inspiration cards. This is by Olivia Berkey, Rockbull publication. Again, it's set to release May 1st. Now, I'm really excited with this because I have been following Olivia Berkey on Instagram for I don't even know how many years. So the fact that she's coming out with a deck, so amazing. This is 40 cards, a 16-page booklet, and it comes with a wooden stand. So it comes with a little stand. That is so awesome. It retails for $34.95 in Canada, and the artwork is absolutely amazing. I have to say, I absolutely love this. Her art style is amazing. I love her art style very much. It seems like the cards are numbered. They have like a phrase or a keyword, and then a few other sentences on the card. So I definitely love this very much. This is so nice and cute. We have, it has always been within, having sympathy and acceptance, and spiritual awakening. So this is definitely going to be one of those live, light, love decks, but this is definitely one that I absolutely love, and I will probably pick up to add to my collection because I love this very much. So this is definitely one on my high on my list. Then we have another mini deck from Rockbull Publishing. This is the Avalon Magic. It's by Rose and Sarah, and it's coming out May 1st or May 2nd. May 2nd. And this is another one that's really cute. It's one of those mini decks. It's 40 cards. Yeah, 40 cards. And yeah, this is actually drawn artwork, and I like this one very much. I think it would go great with my Green Witch tarot, honestly. So if you have the Green Witch, this would be a nice pairing, in my opinion, for it. And it's one of those mini decks, so it's like a cheap, little oracle deck that you can add to your collection, that you can travel with, in my opinion. So $17.95 Canadian. It'll definitely be cheaper in the US as well as in the UK, just to let you know. So yes, very fun. Then we have the Tinseltown Tarot. This is by the 50s Vintage Dame, or Dame. I think it's Dame. This is published by Smith Street Gifts. So they're the ones that brought you the Golden Girls Tarot, the Friends Tarot, those fun things. This is supposed to be coming out May 3rd. And I did show this, but at the time there was no images. So there's images now. They're flat, so they're kind of hard to see. Definitely interesting, I have to say. I don't know if this is something I would pick up and bring into my collection, to be honest. I would want to see a walkthrough first and see if this is something that I would be interested in and something that I would really like, because I'm not 100% sure in this particular deck. But it looks cute. It's like a look into your future through the golden age of Hollywood. They put out a lot of novelty type decks, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. I do love my Golden Girls Tarot. It's fun. It's great. Good laugh if you're looking for that. They have a Friends Tarot, which is on my wish list, but I haven't picked it up. But yeah, a fun little thing to add to your collection is never a bad thing, in my opinion. Then we have the Alchemy Elementals, by Shaman Dorek and Jason McDonald. This is by St. Martin's Essentials. This is set to release May 10th. There's no photos of this on Amazon, so I don't know what this looks like. Yeah, I don't know what this looks like. So if you're interested, I don't know, check it out. It just has the box. It says a tool for planetary healing is what it says on the thing. So I don't know. This shaman works with Gwyneth Paltrow. Interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. So there's like celestial bodies, elemental powers, There's like different, I think there's like different suits and stuff. So yeah, this is like shamanic practices. So if you're into like shamanism, shamanic practices, definitely check out that deck. Not something I'm interested in, and I probably won't pick it up for myself. I would be interested to see the artwork though. Like, I want to see the artwork if this was made by a shaman, but like, there's no artwork on Amazon. Why do people not put artwork? I don't get it. I don't understand. Ugh. So the next deck is Sea Soul Journeys Oracle Cards. That is a mouthful. And it's by Pippa Best. It's published by Welbeck Balance. No idea what publisher this is. I've never even heard of these people. It's set to release May 17, and I have to say, I really want it. I really want it. It's a photography based oracle, and it's all like ocean and water, and like, this is so nice. I think this would go so well with my mermaid tarot, honestly. And there's like this card, Journey, may you seek adventure. And then they have Joy, may you pursue what lights you up. Then they have Allow, may you soften into what is. And then they have a Release. I like this Release card. May you lay down your burdens. Like, it's really cute. It's nice. It's 25.36. You know, I don't think it's going to be the best Oracle deck out there, to be honest with you. We shall see what the card stock looks like. I think I might wait for an unboxing just to see more of the cards. How many cards are in here, does it say? It says this is a 64-page guidebook. It doesn't say how many cards. It doesn't say. Does the box say? Let's see if the box says. 48. So the box says it. It's 48 cards, which is good. See? 40 plus cards. That's what it should be. So 48 cards. I don't know. If this interests you, definitely check it out. I will be keeping an eye on it, is what I'm going to be doing with that. Then we have the Dungeons and Dragons tarot. I know everyone who plays Dungeons and Dragons is probably excited for this one. This is the official Dungeons and Dragons licensed. That's what it says in the author. And it's by Adam Lee and Fred Jezebel. I'm not sure how to pronounce the surname. Apologies. It's a Clarkson Potter deck. It's set to release May 24th. Ooh, there's finally artwork. Oh my god. I'm excited. Guys, there's artwork. There hasn't been artwork, and I don't even know how long I've been waiting. I really like the artwork on the box, and that's what made me want to put it on my wish list. So I'm super excited. Ooh, it looks like it's going to be linen. It's going to be linen cardstock. That's what it looks like in the photos. Oh, I like this. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice, guys. This is nice. And I don't even play Dungeons and Dragons. So it looks like it's going to be linen cardstock, which makes sense because Clarkson Potter is the one that put out the Tarot Divine, which is a linen cardstock. So it seems like the box is going to be similar to that, where it opens like a clamshell, and it's going to be, a relatively small book. It seems like there is a sample of the book here. As you can see here on the screen. So it's going to be very simple, not too much depth. So I would say that if you're looking for something like that has a meaty guidebook, you're not going to find that here. But honestly, it looks like it's structured in the same way Dungeons and Dragons is structured, which is like from what I know, it's like a story, right? You're going on an adventure and you're doing stuff, and it's like a story, pretty much like you're role-playing a story. So it seems like here that there's like some interesting information. It says a weeping dryad asks you to save her forest from destruction at the hands of orcs. So it seems like you can literally use this tarot like a storytelling thing. And probably for D&D itself. So that's really interesting. I definitely think a lot of D&D players will enjoy this, in my personal opinion. who has never played D&D, but who have seen others play. I do love the artwork, to be very fair. I think I might pick this up. This retails for $33.65 in Canada, set to release May 24th. So that is exciting. Love how there's artwork now. Love it. Then we have for the last deck that we have for May is the Messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle. This is by Stephen D. Farmer as the author. I think he's a doctor, so I probably should call him Dr. Stephen Farmer, because that's what he's labeled as in Amazon for some reason. And Scott Bredenthal, I believe is how you pronounce his surname. This is a Hay House publication, set to release also May 24th. Yeah, it says Dr. Stephen Farmer. He's a renowned shamanic healer. So I guess that's why he has a doctor in front of his name. He probably has some kind of PhD. Yeah, he's a psychotherapist, shamanic healer, and he has like several best-selling books and whatnot. That's what it says here about the author. Now, I put this on my wish list. It seems to be another photography-based deck, but I actually really like it. Like, I have to say, I don't have many nature decks like this, and I really like this because it looks like it's photography, but also digitalized. So it's like digital art to look like photography, or photography to be like digital art or whatever. I don't know if I'm explaining myself well, but it looks really nice. It has a keyword. It has like what it is. So for example, this card here, desert, and then thirst is the keyword. And I like that. I actually really like this. Forest diversity. I find this really nice. I think I might pick this up, to be honest with you. I don't have a lot of decks like this, honestly. I really don't. So I might pick this up. It's a 44 card deck, which is nice. And Hay House really does good decks. Hopefully this is not glossy, though. That's the only thing I wouldn't like. I would love if this was a matte deck. So maybe I'll just wait to see for a video just to see if it's matte or glossy. Even though their new glossy cardstock is not that bad, but still, I don't like glossy cards. I prefer matte over glossy. So yes. But yeah, this looks really cool. Definitely something I'm keeping my eye on personally. So the next deck, or the next set of decks, will be for June. I'm really excited. So the first deck for June, we have the Cosmic Beep Tarot. I'm not going to say the the word. And it's by Sam West. So Sam West, she's the one who brought us the Macabre Tarot, Rainbow Tarot, and whatnot. Another Rockpool publication. This is set to release June 1st. And yeah, it's definitely an interesting one, I have to say. Now, she did publish this indie, so originally this was an indie deck. Rockpool picked it up. This is going to be, I believe, pocket size, so it's going to be like a pocket edition. And the color palette is really like a limey, yellowy green, gray, white, black. It's an alien deck, so, you know, if you're interested in aliens, this is more of a mature deck as well. I do want to let you know, because these suits have been renamed to alien probes, ray guns, test tubes, and UFOs. And the probes are, you know, mature subjects, mature subject devised type of artwork, which I don't mind personally. I'm just not a fan of the color palette. It's not really me. I would definitely have picked this up if it was like a different color palette, or if it had like color in it or something, and it wasn't just like 3 colors or 4 colors. But yes, if this is something that interests you, definitely pick it up. If you have the indie edition, maybe you'd like the mass market. I don't know. But yes, not something that I will be picking up for myself personally, because it doesn't really interest me. I do like her other decks, and I am hoping, because she has been working on another deck that I have my eye on. I'm hoping Rockpool pick that up, because I want that one. It's like a weird forest type of theme, and I love her artwork. She has some weird artwork. I have the Macabre Tarot, so But I love it. It's so interesting and unique in my opinion. So this is not one that I will pick up, but I have my eye on her other decks. So yes. Then we have the Anime Tarot deck. This is by Anne McCullough, and then Mercenary of Duna. I'm not sure who that is. That's the illustrator. This is published by Insight Editions. It's set to release June 7th. This is definitely an interesting deck, so if you like anime, I would definitely advise you to check it out. I personally, not something I would bring into my collection. I have my eye on actually a few other anime decks that I like a lot more. This is not really something that I'm too interested in, to be honest with you. I don't know if this one is fully illustrated or what. It is an Insight Editions deck. The only thing, though, is that I don't think there's a license to this. I don't think it's one that needs a license, so I'm not sure if it's fully illustrated. I guess whoever buys this will find out if this is one that is fully illustrated or not. Because we all know that Insight Editions does not put out typically fully illustrated decks. For the minors, usually they're a mix. And that's mainly because a lot of them are licensed and they can't afford probably a full, like a really expensive license, or their license is limited to where you can put, or how many characters you can use and stuff like that. So I don't know if this one's licensed. It doesn't say anything, and it's just a random anime. It's not a specific anime. It doesn't look like it. It just looks like it's any kind of anime, just Japanese anime in general. So I don't think it's licensed. Which means that maybe they have fully illustrations. Who knows? I guess we're going to have to wait and see until someone buys it and puts out a walkthrough on it showing the cards. So let's hope. Let's hope. So then we have the Intuition Oracle. That's also coming out in June. This is by Monty Farber and Amy Zerner. They do a lot of decks together. I'm sure people are familiar with them already. This is by Sterling Ethos. And it's set to release June 7th. There's no images. This is the only image that's here. And it's not my style whatsoever. This is definitely one that I will not be picking up. Their decks are typically very collage style. So if you like that, and don't get me wrong, I have a few decks that are collage style and I do like it. I just don't like this particular style. Like, I'm not interested whatsoever. So if this is something that you're interested in, it's 52 cards. It comes with a guidebook. I know that Monty Farber is apparently a really good author. So I'm assuming that the guidebook will be good. It's 128 pages, so hopefully. Then we have the Tarot of Dragons, which is by Sean McKenzie and Firat Sohan. This is a Llewellyn publication. I'm excited for this because I really want this deck. Definitely one that's high on there on my list. I actually have no dragon decks whatsoever. This is one that I would definitely want to bring into my collection if I was to get a dragon deck. And the Tarot of Dragons is definitely one that's high on my list. I love Llewellyn decks. I have quite a number of Llewellyn decks. And they always come with amazing guidebooks. So the guidebook here is 216 pages, which is fantastic. And the artwork is really nice. And I like Llewellyn cardstock. I know a lot of people don't like their cardstock, but I love their cardstock. I love it so much. It shuffles so nicely, shuffles so well. So really, there's differences for everyone. And these are just the things that I like personally. So yes, it's $44.99 Canadian. I'm sure it's less in the US. Also, if you're in the US, I know Llewellyn ships other places too, but I find that their deals and sales and stuff really, they're worth it more for people who live in the US. So if you like to buy from Llewellyn, they do have like a 35% off sale every quarter, for like every season or whatever. And they have deals sometimes. If you subscribe to their newsletter, they'll send you codes and stuff you can use to get like a certain percentage off, which is great. So I definitely definitely, if you live in the US, I definitely would recommend that to get these particular decks cheaper. And that goes for Blue Angel and Lo Scarabeo, because Llewellyn is the North American distributor for them. So you can actually buy their decks on Llewellyn's website as well. Which comes to my next deck, which is also in June. The Wild Wisdom Australia Oracle. This is Karen Roberts and Bonnie Hughes. This is a Llewellyn publication, set to release also June 8th. And it's a 108-page guidebook, and it's all Australian animals. And I love that. I love that very much. So if you want a deck that's full of Australian animals, definitely check this out. Or if you're in Australia and you feel like you're not represented enough based on your own country, because I know I've heard some Australians say that, you know, they can never find decks that represent their country. Here's one just for you. It's all animals that you would see in Australia, which I find fantastic. And I absolutely love that. Honestly, I really do. It's great. So, yeah. And I don't know how big the cards are going to be. In the past, Llewellyn decks have been quite large. Like, their oracles have been quite large. It is a 44 card deck, which is great, because I know Llewellyn has also done 36 card decks, which I don't like whatsoever. But I do like that they're upping their game and trying to expand their decks and things like that. So that's great. The next deck I want to talk about is the Celtic Goddess Oracle. This is by Jillian Kemp. It's published by Kiko Books. It's set to release June 14th. So there is no artwork for this. It's just a box. It's 52 cards though, and it's a 120-page guidebook. It's supposed to cover like Celtic goddesses and druids. So it's going to cover mostly Celtic goddesses. So again, if you work with Celtic deities or you do Celtic practices and things like that, definitely a deck worth checking out in my opinion. And I love that this specific goddess deck is tailored to a specific path, which is nice. Then we have the Transient Light Tarot. This is by Ari Weisner, a Hay House publication. It's set to release June 21st. Now, from what I know about this was actually indie and picked up mass market, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, so this was an indie publication, and it was picked up by Hay House. And I'm excited for it. Honestly, I love that creators that have made decks, indie publication, things that are being picked up. I love it. I love it to see it. Honestly, it allows for more people to have access to their decks. And I'm really excited. I actually really love the artwork of this deck. It is like 2 color tone type of deck where it's like brown and green and like white and black. So be aware. Be aware of that. But I do love it, and I think I may pick this up eventually. It's a 136-page guidebook, and I love Hay House cardstock, so I think this will be a good one. Now we're going to move on to July. So the first deck that I'm going to talk about for July is the Crystal Flashcards. This is by Jessica Lahonde. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I swear some names, I just want to pronounce it in French. This is a Rockpool publication again. They're killing it, I swear. They have like, I don't even know how many decks coming out. I love it. And this is very interesting. They don't have many pictures on Amazon. Oh, here, they have more pictures further down. Yeah, it's really just a picture of the crystal with the name underneath it. And then on the back, it says the name again, and then some keywords, and it has some different symbology associated with it, like the chakra, and I don't know what else. I don't know what else this is, but they have like different symbols here associated with it. So I do like this. It's really cute. It comes with a little ring that you can put around the cards, so you can like put it like on a keychain or something, which is really funny and really cute. So I do really like this. Very nice if you just want to work with a specific energy of like a crystal, but you don't have the crystal itself. You can put the card on your altar and things like that. I think this is very versatile. I think a lot of people will probably pick this up. There's 50 cards to work with, which is great. That's a lot, actually. So yeah, the next deck. Oh my god, the next deck! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. The Wild Unknown Alchemy Oracle deck by Kim Krans. This is I was actually shocked. This is by Chronicle Prism, which is owned by Chronicle Books. So I was like, wait, what? Why isn't it by Harper One? So I'm actually really interested to know why publication was switched, because all her other decks are with Harper One, except for this one. There's no images. This is the only image that's there. This is the cover of the box, and I'm really excited for it. I will read you some information that's in the Amazon. This is $56.73 Canadian. I did pre-order this. I am excited for this. I have all her other decks, as you can see behind me. I literally have a Wild Unknown shelf. And she stated that she would be working on one more Wild Unknown deck and then ending this series. But recently she said she was working on 2 more other things. So I'm wondering if she decided that she wasn't going to end this series yet. I don't know what's going on, but I'm excited for it. I cannot wait. So this pretty much covers the planets, metals, colors, and seasons. It's in beautiful gift box set like her other decks. So it will come with a box with the book and then another box within with the cards. So the book will be 224 pages. Obviously, all her guidebooks are really thick and nice, and the cards will be hexagon shaped. So I'm really excited about that because, she has her regular deck, she has a round deck. So I'm excited that this is going to be hexagon shape. And I was wondering, maybe that's why she decided to go with this publication instead of Harper One, because they can do hexagon shape. Maybe Harper One can't do that. I don't know. I was like, I wonder why she switched over and what's going on there. You know what I mean? So definitely interesting. And it's going to be divided into 6 suits. So the cosmic forces, the colors, the seasons, the materials, the mysteries, and the operations. It's 71 cards. So I'm really excited. So excited. And I can't wait to get this and add it to the other Wild Unknown family that I have, because I have everything right now. Right now, my Wild Unknown series is complete until this releases, and then I have to wait for this to come in. So yeah, I'm really excited. Then the next deck, another one I'm excited about because I also pre-ordered it, is the Guardian of the Night Tarot. This is by MJ Cullinane. Now this is a indie publication. Hay House picked it up, and I was like, yes, Hay House, love you. So I'm super excited. I did pre-order this, $39.59 Canadian, set to release July 5th. And I'm so excited. I have her Crow Tarot. I love her Crow Tarot. I'm excited to get this. I really wanted her other publications also. She has the Wise Dog. I know US Games has that. Very hard to find US Games decks in Canada. Ugh. So annoying. But I do want that as well. She has her cat one also, which is the Grimalkin. That is only available on her website though. So yeah, some of her decks that have been indie have been picked up. She obviously sells them on her website as well, if you want to check that out as well. So I am excited about this and excited to get this. I cannot wait. The next deck is the Egyptian Gods Oracle Cards. This is by Sylvana Alessia. And this is a Los Scarabeo deck set to release July 8th. Not one that I'm interested in, but if you are interested in Egyptian gods and deities, definitely check it out. There's not, as you can see, there's not that many images. It's literally a box and 3 images, and you can't even see 2 of them that well. So, yeah. But it seems to be very like Egyptian with like the hieroglyphics, like Egyptian art, like you would see on like walls or like tablets or something, those like stone tablets and things like that. There's a lot of hieroglyphs and things like that. So the art style is nice, but not something that interests me personally. But I wanted to mention it in case someone else is interested. Next, we have the Horror Tarot. Now, this I'm interested in. This is by Aria Gamitter. Again, apologies if mispronunciation. Minerva Siegel, Abigail Larson. I think Minerva Siegel started this, and then they got a new author to cover her because she did have a stroke. She is healing though, so really happy that she's healing. I do follow her on her Instagram, so she is healing. But I know that she's not taking on any work at the moment, so I don't think she finished her contract for this particular deck, and that's why there's another author on it. This is by Insight Editions, set to release July 12th. There is artwork, but it's majors only. And again, this one doesn't have a license with it, I don't think. So, and it does say here in Amazon that it is original art. It's 78 cards in this deck, feature never before seen original horror theme art. So, is it fully illustrated? That's what I want to know, because the artist is Abigail Larson, and she has, if you have the Darkwood Tarot or if you've seen the Darkwood Tarot, her artwork is amazing, like absolutely amazing. But like, I don't know if it's going to be fully illustrated or not. It's one of those where it's not licensed, but I don't know what's going on, you know, with Insight Editions. Most of the decks they've put out so far have been licensed, so we haven't seen like a fully illustrated deck from them. So I'm excited to see. I do love the artwork. I'm still on the fence about the borders and whatnot. So we shall see how thick those things are. But I do want to pick this up because I do like Abigail Larson's art style. I have her Nightmare Before Christmas deck, which she illustrated that, and I love it. I love the Nightmare Before Christmas. It's one of my favorites. So we'll see how that goes, and if I like it, I'll definitely pick it up. You may not see it until October, though. If I pick it up in the summer, it'll be probably part of my October Spooky Month event, which is always in October, obviously. So, yeah. Then we have the Hocus Pocus Tarot, which says here is also by Minerva Siegel and Tori Schaefer, but I'm not sure. Oh, Tori Schaefer is the author. Okay. And this is set to release. So Tori Schaefer took over for Minerva. I think she also started on this particular project, but never finished. July 19th. Ooh, okay. There's images, guys. There's images. Well, there's, as you can see, there's book images. I like this-ish. I'm on the fence about this. Honestly, if you saw my other upcoming releases video from January, the box that I show is different. And I like the art style of that one better. So, I don't know about that. And that was an unofficial thing. Unofficial, like, artwork. But I like that style so much more. So, like, I don't know. So we'll see. It's a 128-page guidebook. It retails for $33.65 Canadian. I'm gonna have to wait and watch a unboxing, I think. Then we have the Skyrim Tarot, right? Skyrim Tarot. I think that's how you pronounce that. Also, Tori Schaefer and Erica Hollis. This is an Inside Editions deck as well, coming out July 26th. There is artwork for this, but they have now the official box, how it's gonna look. And I like the art style. I don't know if this is something I'd pick up, to be honest. I don't think this interests me that much. But if you're interested in Skyrim, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. I know it's a video game, but that's all I know. Correct me in the comments. It's okay. Then we have another Liminal 11 publication. I currently have everything from them. They are coming out with another Oracle deck, which is amazing. I love the fact that they've expanded to Oracle. They started out with Tarot, now they expanded to Oracle, which is fantastic. And the Oracle that they are coming out with is the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle. It is by Maggie Wilson and Ijiwa Ibenabi. Again, I'm really sorry if I mispronounced that. I try my best. Honestly, I do. I really do. I try my best. So, yes. Limited 11 publication, set to release July 26th. And not much there. There is the box. So, it's their typical box with the opening on the bottom. And I love it. Honestly, the artwork looks amazing. Oh my God. The artwork is weird. And I love it. Like, look at this tongue. Look at that tongue. It's so long. It's so crazy, but I love it. It's so psychedelic and so fun. I really do want this. It is on my list to buy for myself. Unless they send it to me, I don't know, for review. We shall see. Who knows? But I do want this deck, and I am excited for it. I have to say, I am excited for it. It's one of those that's also on the top of my list. And my last deck for this part of the video, last deck of July, is the Britney Spears Oracle. I'm not even joking. This is not April Fool's anymore. When you're watching this, it's not April Fool's. Britney Spears Oracle. I don't know. It's by Kara Nesvig. It's posted by RP Studio. Set to release July 26th. If you're a huge fan of Britney Spears, this deck is for you, my friend. It is solely for you. It is literally a 40 card deck, and it's literally just Britney Spears, like different outfits and different characters that she's been, you know, from like all her music videos or like, you know, performances that she's done and things like that. Hey, if you like this, great. I have a lot of Britney Spears CDs. This would be funny for that, but I don't know if this is something I'd pick up. Though I would be interested in watching an unboxing of this just to see it. I'd be totally down to see it. Because this is another novelty deck that's really fun to have in your collection, in my opinion. So this is part one of the upcoming releases. Again, this was from April to July. Check out part two, which is going to be from August to December. And let me know in the comments, any of these decks interest you. I would love to know your opinion. What did you like from this? What did you hate? I want to hear from you. Honestly, I would love to have some conversations in the comments because I think we'd have some wild ones. That Sock Monkey Oracle, though. That haunts me. It haunts me. I'm telling you, it haunts me. It's so creepy. But hey, if there's a market for it, people are going to put it out, right? That's really what it ends up being. There's a market for something, you make money from it. There you go. So I do thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. I do have so many videos coming. I have so many videos to film and put up and things like that. So definitely subscribe and turn on that bell. And as I said, I'll be doing this quarterly, so the next video will be sometime in July. Maybe I'll have some more wacky decks to show. Or some other great decks to pick up. And again, don't forget to check out part two, which is already linked in the cards. And you'll be able to see it at the end. It'll be the latest video at the end. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.